Cheers.
Good evening, everybody. Yeah, James is on the beer in already, I think, and I'm on lemonade tonight because yeah, I thought I'd have some lemonade tonight. Keep me safe. Hope everyone's all right. Welcome. Thank you for coming and seeing us. We have got a guest. Just a few hellos. So we've got James in. Welcome, James.
Thank you.
My mum, Tam and Bell, Chris Tyler, Antoinette, Queenie Conquest so far. So anyway, so we've got a guest. So we're gonna yeah, let's bring him in.
Bring in the man, the main man. Here
So
he is.
This is Dave Keeffe of he used to be of Ernest Biker Lifestyle. He's now ABL Reselling. Hi Cassie, hope you're good. Hi Ian. Not great, but thought it'd say hi. I hope you get better, Cassie. Yeah, so we've got Dave in as our guest tonight, which is good. So, Dave, do you just want to introduce yourself to people?
Yeah, I'm Dave Keeffe from ABL Reselling, full-time UK eBay reseller. I do sell on other platforms as well, Amazon and Shopify, but it's kind of dropped off the cliff a bit with Amazon since Brexit, that horrible B word. Been reselling since the back end of 2017, and I've been full-time since March of last year.
Nice. So welcome, Dave. We've got Ian in, we've got Dave the Gent in, we've got Elaine in, we've got Liam in, Liam Wiseman, that's a new name, I think. How you doing, Liam? Yeah, Tam and Bell, Antoinette, Don Clark. Hi, Don. Right, so the thing tonight, where are we going to start, James? Are we going to start with our sale of the week, or
we're going to start with thank you very much, Dave?
Well, apart from that, yep.
Because is he going to make us?
Oh,
thanks, Dave. I sold it.
I see. You brought in the good luck.
That was perfect timing.
The guy sent me I sent him an offer. He sent me his counter offer. I was happy with it, so I was waiting until we went live.
Nice.
It's a day special, that one. That's a docking station. So if you guys ain't buying them, buy them. Money to be made.
Very nice. Yeah. So go on, Dave.
Say again, sorry.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
Oh no! That's just fantastic timing.
Oh yeah, it was good timing, wasn't it? We've got Pete's Theme Park and Toys in. Hi, Pete. Yeah. So right, let's. Should we do our sale of the week? I've had one.
So
I haven't been listing, so obviously I haven't had a lot going on. But let me show you what my sale of the week is. Can you see that?
Hey,
right?
Yes, Panasonic.
Right, so nice. I picked this up off of Facebook Marketplace for 15 quid, and it went within a week, 59.95 plus 8.95 shipping. Strange thing is, how do I get out of this now?
You're ready
strange thing is, I sent out offers at 50 quid, and like no one took them. Do you find that? Like sometimes you send out an offer, it won't go for the offer, and then all of a sudden it goes for full price.
100%.
Really,
yeah,
I've had that a few times.
Yeah, but, this has been mentioned a few times. It's too much of a coincidence for it not to be a thing. I think sending offers out definitely tickles the algorithms.
Definitely, 100%. Other than that, so that's my sale. So I haven't been listing, as everyone knows, I haven't really been listing lots, but I'm getting back into it now. And I've had a nice pickup this week. I haven't got a picture of it. It is listed on my eBay. I picked up a Bush Combi TV, CRT TV and video. Yeah. And it's got the user manual with it. It's got the remote control with it. I picked it up for a tenner, and it's now sitting on eBay. I think 69.95 plus shipping.
Nice.
So we'll see how that one goes.
Christmas special.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, James, have you got
so I've got a bit of a story. Tell me when my screen shares on.
I shall share you now.
Okay, so I picked up this Bell and Howell projector for a grand total of 1p.
Nice.
I got it in August, and classic me, I've only just got around to listing it this week, and I managed to turn my 1p into just under £100.
Oh no! From 1p.
From 1p.
Where did you buy it from for 1p?
So it was a collection only. If you guys ain't using it, bay crazy.
Bay crazy, yeah.
And yeah, I clocked it. I always try and be the first on a 99p, but this one was a 1p for some bizarre reason. Nice. And it was in Lancaster, and the guy was just like, I'd rather it go to a good home. And hopefully it's gone to a good home.
Nice. Yeah, well, yeah, hopefully. Very nice.
But yeah, happy with that one. Good photos, good title, and a good description is key to everything at the end of the day.
Nice.
100%.
Very nice.
I had a similar thing like that last year. I think it was I'm not quite sure if it was a 99p auction on eBay or marketplace pickup, but there was a local UPVC window company renovating their offices, and they shifted out, I think it was 8 laser printers. And back in the day, these have been high-end things, but they'd have been stored in the warehouse forever and a day. Tested all of them. 2 of them worked. Sorry, I got all of them for 99p.
Nice.
Two of the 8 worked, and they both went for between 100 and 150 quid. And the others, I just pieced them out, just on like solder power leads and all that kind of stuff. And I still ended up chucking a load in the bin, but I was obviously way at the profit on them.
Yeah. Got a comment from Cassie. Dave, you're like a rose between 2 thorns up there. What a lovely comment. What a lovely comment.
Thanks, Cassie. Thank you so much.
Actually, I think I'm more like a thumb than a rose. my troll made an appearance again earlier in the week, and he said I look like a thumb with glasses. So I'm running with that.
God, really? Oh, Jesus! Yeah,
I love that troll. I loved it when you did the first post in a particular group about that, and you said, "Oh, I've now made it. I've got my own troll," and I'll never forget the first post you did about it, and I was like, brilliant. I was like, you took it the right way, and from there onwards, like, I just love it, mate. I love it. So basically, when the awards come out at the back end of this year, Dave, I've got you down as pretty much 2 of my favorite moments of YouTube reselling. A guy who's at a boot sale who stacks it and falls all over on a video, highlight reel, definitely up there, and then B, a guy who buys an item that then ends up in A&E. Also, another highlight of my highlight reel.
Well, I think I've got a little bit of catching up to do.
I'm saying nothing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and watch his channel. Go and watch the videos, because every video is just as entertaining.
That's because you've been watching. I think you've been watching Dave for a long time, haven't you? I mean,
I subs, yeah.
I've caught up sort of. I've caught up in the last sort of 12 months, I would say. But yeah, you've been a long time stalker, haven't you?
Yeah, full time stalker. I was like, oh, I'm up north. How can I get to his boot sales?
I really wanted to give that stalk more airtime because I was having so much fun with it. But I was kind of thinking, maybe I should have changed the name or something like that, so he didn't get any publicity for it. But I was so good along with that. It was brilliant. But the thing is, idiots are easy to play with, really, though, aren't they? To be fair.
Exactly. Definitely. So we've got Vinny in. What's GBP saying? How's the HQ getting on, Dave? How's the HQ getting on, Dave? A question for you from Green Bear Peaks.
All rocking and rolling. It's looking amazing. In fact, the now stuff's in that room. The green. I don't know if have you seen the video?
Yeah, I saw that. It's wicked.
Yeah. It's not as intimidating or as sort of like headache inducing as you might think. Well, now everything's in there.
Yeah, you've got to be packing.
Yeah. I've kind of moved stuff around a bit. Got much more room to take pictures, and it's a nice little workflow now. So the only thing I'm shy of really is a goods in bit. I'm still having to cart stuff around the house quite a bit. But the reason that I've not been doing any what sold videos for such a long time is because my bench has been in my bedroom basically. Yeah. Because the room that I've moved back into now, my brother was in there because I've been putting him up for the last since November last year.
Yeah.
Cushy.
It looks good. I say now you've got all your racking and your packing and stuff in there. It just makes the room look totally different. I mean, the idea of the green paint for your green screens it's genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
I've got like this big foldy out thing that I'd use. It's great, but it's just a ball, like, basically to keep faffing about with it every time. So yeah, just all I need to do now is just flip the lights round from your photo booth. I'm good to go.
Yeah. Nice.
That's brilliant.
Nice. Right, so we've got some questions for you, Dave. So we're gonna take it in terms of a few questions to start with.
Yeah, no worries.
If I can get that, I was just about to read my would I lie to you.
Are you on odd or evens?
I think I'm on odds.
All right, off you go.
Let me hang on when I find them.
I decided to get a strong beer because I know you're a biker, so I've gone for this one, which seems to be 7%, Dave. So I hope you approve.
Oh, nice.
I'm really into Belgian beers, so
Yeah.
Right.
I'm on the floor after a couple
Yeah,
today.
cheers. I've got a lemonade.
It's just going to really ruin the biker image. I've got caffeine-free coffee and pink Lucozade.
Yeah, big on the bikers. Right, question one. I'm gonna give you question one. How did your reselling journey start?
It was probably around about July 2017. My daughter and her fella, they were having a bit of financial troubles kind of thing, so they kind of fell into the reselling thing. Simon,
who's that? Is that you?
Yep. What's that?
Oh, what we got?
Go on, Dave. Share us the wealth.
Yes, not very impressive. £6.29 for a PS4 game.
Oh, that's all right.
That's not
all
bad.
right. Every ka-ching matters.
Absolutely, yeah. So, and they kind of sort of like introduced me to it. I think I went to a boot sale with my daughter, and she told me what she was on with. She was only really dipping her toe in. Really, it never really got further than that. It was just a means to an end for a short period for her. And I kind of started back in 2017, and I hadn't got a clue. I was watching George Ross and Nick and Andrea, and just for tits, but didn't have a clue what I was doing basically. So, and in between then and Christmas week, I did about $5 or $6 grand, and I thought, bloody hell, I'm grafting my arse off here, and this could be something. So yeah, that was the start of it.
Nice. Over to you, James.
So question number 2. What has been your best sale to date? And this might be the most profit, or it might be just the sale that stands out.
That's a really good one, that. There's been some creepy ones. I sent a child Resusci doll to remain. I just was excited to see that, because it was just the creepiest thing ever. It's like the size of a standard 5-year-old boy just sitting on a shelf looking at. But I've replaced it with a bloody doll now that's almost the same size. But the standout one for me was, there's a Salvation Army charity shop near me, and I went in there and I saw this game. It was still big old, it's from the 70s. This game still sealed. It was something to do with a scientific mathematic kind of game. It looked like the shittest. It looked like the crappiest game in the world. I mean, it's just like some complete no dad made this game up. Paid £1.50 for it, and I checked the comps. I think there might have been one used comp for about 50-60 quid. I thought, oh,
wow,
hey, auntie. It went to America for 350 quid.
Jesus.
Wow, nice.
I was absolutely gobsmacked. And for the life of me, I can't remember what the name of it is, because I think this was quite early on in my doing the reselling thing. So I wasn't really keeping a record of anything.
Yeah.
Should have done.
It's nice, isn't it, when you get something like that and you think it's not going to be up to much, and then it's all nice and exciting.
Didn't your doll sell within 24 hours of listing, if I recall correctly?
Yeah. It was, the thing is, there is a bit of a story behind that, and this is exclusive news as well. I had to do a bit of kowtowing about that, because I packed it really, really well. In fact, this is where the story gets a bit creepier. In between here and Romania, it arrived with a snapped neck.
Oh God, and it was going to Romania as well. Jesus.
Oh, no.
Yeah, going to the right place.
Absolutely, yeah. So
Jesus.
anyway, it could be somebody who was taking a mickey there, but obviously benefit the doubt, protect your reputation, all that kind of stuff. So I did a bit of a deal. I think I gave them a third back because it was still, they could buy the parts for it basically.
Yeah.
I just refunded them 33% and everybody was happy.
Nice.
Yeah, I respect that. I think that's if you can do that with most people, it's easy just to get rid of it and keep profit.
It's just a long way to have it sent back and put all that bother in it. It's just
100%. Yeah, I only paid 20 quid for it. He went for 250, I think, whatever it was. Yeah.
Nice. I've got a creepy doll somewhere. It's like, but I don't even like getting it out of the bag. It's proper. It's just not nice.
I told you shouldn't talk about your wife that way, Richard. I've told you.
I know. She keeps telling me that as well. But, you know how it is. All right, quick. Let's have question 3. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What are your goals?
An easier life, really. I can see myself doing the same thing, if I'm honest, because when I started doing this, it was all about freeing up more of my life. It wasn't necessarily about earning loads of money, because I was working, mental hours. I was doing 60, 70 hours a week driving a van and then doing the reselling on top of that. So it's all about just reclaiming my life. But in 5 years' time, I want to just see a steady progression into greater margins in the stuff I'm selling to enable me to do less physical work and more sort of like tuning it kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
And more creating as well. I love the creating side of it with the YouTube and that. So.
Yeah, I enjoy the creating. I say, most people know why I haven't been listing, you know, and I've got to get back into it. But it's like, you know, it's just nice to. I started off doing this because my brother was ill and because I got made furloughed, so I started. This is why I got into it, and I enjoy it. And then obviously my brother passed away, and you know, it sort of all went down the pan for a couple of months. But now I've sort of, you know, I'm starting to get it back a little bit. I'm starting to list again and I'm starting to do that. And I am starting to enjoy it again because, like, obviously, you know, when you don't do something for a while, you forget about it.
Yeah.
But I am enjoying going out and finding the little bits and pieces. I've still got a ton of stuff that I've got to get listed. Probably 95% of what I've got is death pile, and I've got 3 sheds of it. So I've got to start getting rid of it. But I do enjoy it, and it's just nice to have goals. We were talking earlier. Lee Cola Flipper, he's one of his sort of goals was to buy himself a nice car. He's just bought. I don't know if you know Lee Cola Flipper, but he's just bought himself a Porsche.
Yeah, I follow Lee. I've seen his new car. Good eye. Good eye.
Yeah. And it's nice to be able to do something like that. It's just nice to have goals, and I say, you know, probably 5 years down the line, I'd like to really have everything going off the ground. You know, with the YouTube as well, because I love doing the YouTube. You know, I love sort of the things I do with actors and stuff like that. It's all just nice, and you know, I'd love to have a little place in the sun in about 5 years' time. Do you know what I mean? Where I can go and spend 6 months over there when the weather's rubbish here, and then sort of come back for the rest of it. But so that's cool. Yeah, nice
manage everything from your laptop. That's really where I was going with Amazon. The dream there is not ever see any of your stock, get it just sent from manufacturer to prep center to Amazon, and then just run everything from anywhere you like with your laptop. So that'd be ideal, but realistically speaking, probably just the increase in margins. That's the way to go.
It's just nice. It's just nice to hear that as well, that you still want to be doing this in 5 years down the line. You'd like to still be doing what you're doing now. It's nice to hear that, because a lot of people obviously do it through lockdown, and you know, once lockdown's over, they sort of bin it off or give it up. So it's nice to sort of know that you're
family of gypsies, so this kind of lifestyle appeals to my nomadic nature.
That's what it is. James, over to you.
Yeah, no worries. So it's probably going to be similar to what you've just said, realistically. But what drives you and motivates you and keeps you going is the question.
That's actually a more difficult question you might think, because my kids have all grown up and left home and that kind of thing. I'm well now our kids moved out. I'm in the house in the house on my own, basically rattling around. It's just I'm very much a giver. I know it sounds like a cliche thing to say, particularly from the YouTube side of life, but I like to know that people are benefiting from my experiences, and it's like I say in a lot of my videos, but I really get off on that. I think it's just if you're able to do it, it's like being a comedian. If you're able to make people laugh, then you should absolutely do it, because it's just more positivity in the world.
Yeah, I get that, man.
I suppose that's it. It doesn't hurt that for basically the same amount of money I was on working stupid hours in my last job, I'm just basically living a life of leisure.
Yeah, I mean, my last job was the same. I was doing transport. I was driving vans. I was forklift driving in a transport company, and it is long hours. It's hard work. You know, I prefer this. Let's put it that way.
Definitely.
Feels like you're retired, kind of, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm jumping to join you both in a month. I'll be officially full time in a month. My notice goes in the 4th,
Nice.
and this started as a bit of a joke last year in August when I was doing my garden. I sold some paving slabs, and from nothing I created a business and got hooked on it. And I've loved it. Yeah, and like if you want to get off on it, Dave, you're a massive reason for that, because you do say on your videos, and you have from the beginning, you've always said that I'm here to help you guys, and you know, any help you need, and I don't think you're being cliche. Oh, you are a giver as a person, because you don't hide things. You're very, this is my fail, this is what I've done right. You know, even if we take your most recent videos, whereabouts a lot of people have gone, I don't think you're going to do well on the bookings. I think you're bang on right. Because you've got a hunch, and no one can explain what a hunch is. And I think what's going to happen is come November, they're just going to start going stocking fillers, because I have been that person who works in an office, who doesn't have time to go and buy his dad or his uncle who loves golf a gift, because I'm working all silly hours in an office job. I'll go online, I'll type in novelty bookends or something, and that's exactly what will happen. I think you've got to kind of just be out there. But now I've got to say thank you to yourself and all the resellers that have encouraged me and got me to quit my office job 9 to 5 and come and join the reselling crew.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
And actually,
I guarantee it, a week before you jump ship, though, you'll absolutely fill your trousers like I did.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm going to come on here on the live. It's going to be mate, I'm doing it right in the sense of that. Obviously, if you look at it from a logical point of view, so that's November. Then I've got December, and then it's like dry January, dry February, dry March, dry April. I'm going to be there going, what have I done? Why didn't I do it at the start of the boot sale season? What have I done?
Yeah.
I'm coming down to your house, Richard, to stock up. I've already said this.
Yeah, come down, have a rummage. There's plenty here. Right, so question 5. Apart from motorbikes, what are your interests and hobbies?
Reselling. I mean, obviously, I've got 2 young grandkids, so spending time with them.
Yeah, it's nice.
Absolutely, yeah, and just experiencing new things. Really, I'm a bit of a sponge as far as learning interesting, not so interesting, and completely useless information is concerned. I think that's probably why I've been able to maintain doing the reselling for so long and try and bring new things to the table as far as what looking at's concerned. Learning, I suppose.
Yeah,
I'm a knowledge sponge.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, that's a good thing about the reselling and the videos, and you know, that side of it is. I always say, you know, nobody knows it all, and you know, I watch videos. I don't really watch telly. I watch YouTube all the time, and you know, I can honestly say that most days I learn something new. You know, almost every day.
Yeah.
which is good. You know, you watch your sort of the people you watch. Like say, I used to watch Nick and Andrea. I used to watch George. You know, and then obviously there was a few others started. My daughter actually got me into it because although I was buying and selling stuff on eBay, I've done eBay since 2003. But my daughter's the one that said, "Oh, have you seen these resellers on YouTube?" And I'd never watched them, and I got into that. And yeah, you just learn. You know, you watch the right people, you learn on a daily basis. Obviously, you've got the ones out there that try and give you help and tips and information, and you wonder what they're talking about. But you know, like yourself, I mean, that's the nice thing about having you on. You know, you've cracked it, you're smashing it. You know, James had never been on a live, and he come on my live, and we sort of learned about James, and now he's getting mad into reselling and going full time. So yes, it's a nice community. It's a nice community.
I haven't watched some of your videos for a while, James. I think it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I put it up there with sort of like Brum reseller kind of thing. I mean, obviously, it's doing what we're doing in the reselling, boot sale vlogs and all that kind of stuff. It's personality and humor, and that's what absolutely it's like a magnet to people for that kind of stuff. Because let's face it, if you're doing similar kind of videos every time, I get a bit self-conscious that they're a bit samey. Yeah. So if you can interject humor into that as well, get it absolutely nailed.
100%.
I think you need sounds daft, but when you're filming them type of videos, Dave, you feel like you're just kind of living Groundhog Day. But I promise you, as someone who watches your videos, it's like I need my day fix. I need my fix of you. So it comes across as, oh, he's all right this week, because we get to see how you are. You're very much at the start of it. I love how, right, I'd love for you to do a special video, right, because it's hilarious, like as a viewer, how you've gone from the start of the boot sale season to the end of your morning speeches. You've gone, right, let's go at the beginning, and now you're going, yeah, I bloody hate mornings. It's brilliant. I just love the progression to reality, and you're going, yeah, it's crap. Like I don't want to be up at this time, but I'm here. Yeah. I'm here to make money. Let's get cracking on.
Yeah,
100%. That's largely to do with what the neighbours' kids are getting up to next door the night before.
You've got Peter Reseller Kid in now. We've got Pat MC. Hi from Ireland, folks. Irish Reseller here. Welcome. Welcome. Whose turn is it for the question?
It is mine. Yours. So starting from newbies, because we don't know who's in the chat and we're always learning. But my question is to you, Dave. If someone was to start or someone wanted to get into reselling, what would be your 3 tips for a new starter?
Well, number 1 would be patient, definitely. Number 2, don't go too deep on anything, because you need to find your own way. It's all well and good watching YouTubers for hints and tips and all that kind of stuff, just for sort of like a gentle steer, but you've got to be in charge of your own boat. Definitely, and not let anybody tell you what is and what isn't, because if you're doing that, then so is everybody else.
Yeah,
100%. If people ask me, sort of about starting, I always just, one of the things I always say is just start by selling stuff at home that you don't want, you're not going to use anymore. Start there and see how you go, because it's not going to actually cost you anything. If you're selling stuff, if you go around your house and have a clear up or empty your loft, it's not actually costing you anything apart from time. So do it like that way, and then you can sort of get into if you decide you enjoy it and you can do it, get into your sort of niches and your little bits further down the line. I didn't know when I started it anything about vintage electronics or vintage anything really, but that's sort of the thing I enjoy, is the old vintage stuff, but yeah, that's the sort of thing I'd say. But right, what are we on? Question 7, is it?
Oh, come on, Richard. I thought I was going to get my 50p in.
No, come on. Yeah, I didn't think you had nothing to say, because you were sitting there like transfixed on what I was saying. Obviously, I'm your hero.
I would just say that as a person, no matter what age you are, you would have known something. I.e., if you're a kid and you're into Pokemon, then you'll know about Pokemon. If you're into fashion, then know about fashion. And I would say, what you're going to buy, try and buy something that you know of, and you know the value of it, and you know how much it's worth, and try and buy something that you would buy as well. Because at the beginning, you might not have the big budgets whereabouts you can buy all these extravagant things that you might not buy yourself, but you know there's a niche for. Because as a guy, I go with to my boot sales on a Saturday and Sunday, and he's gut is so good, as in a sense of that he'll say, I wouldn't buy that myself. And then when I go and look at the comps after, like, I used to be like, what you on about? I'd be like, oh God, it doesn't sell at all. And I'd be like, oh, that's something I'd wear. And then it'd be like, well, that's worth like 60 quid. He's just naturally good for fashion. He's just got that fashion. He's really good at clothing. He's really good at like spotting stuff. And if I like because he's pretty much like a part-time reseller, that's what he goes on. And I watch what he does. And, there's a couple of things I've said for him to try this year that's worked for me. And a couple of things that, that he's really started getting up, which he felt was rude, but he's haggling. He's going, they say 5, and he's, even if he say 4, if you can save £1, do that 10 times, it's 10 quid in your back pocket.
There you go.
People feel me up about 50p thing. I just go into water power and I can't help it.
Yeah, I know. It's a good number. Cassie, I think you might have a new sub there. Why have I never watched your channel, Dave? You're funnier than these two Peaky Blinder wannabes.
Thanks, Cassie.
Absolutely.
I'll send you that £5 on your PayPal.
Just getting trashed.
Sick and tired of Cassie just giving us abuse all the time.
Hi, Sean. So we've got Sean in now as well. Got my nephew Stephen in.
It's going on from that. I used to think that age helped a lot as well with the type of reseller you are, but I think it only helps a little bit. If you've got an inquisitive mind, I think you'll do well as well. Because, like I say, if you funnel yourself, you narrow your options. That's probably going off what I was saying about just going broad.
100%. So there's Dave's channel link. If you haven't checked it out, go and check it out, guys, and
definitely
subscribe.
Check it out.
Make sure you watch it. What was I saying, James? You love me, you do. Apparently, you love Cassie.
Yeah, we love Cassie as much as we love giving your nan a hug. We know we have to do it. We know we have to do it.
I'd love to give one of my nans a hug. We
know we have to do it. We know it makes a day. But Nan, you could have had a wash.
Right, so here we go. Question 7. Right, so you've had a hard week at work, hard week reselling. Sit down on a Friday night and you get your phone out. You think, right, I'm going to order a takeaway. What is your top takeaway?
Chinese every time.
Oh,
100%. Yeah. I've got a place near me called Wadu's, and it's not me being tight or anything like that, but if you're on a cheap date, they send you portions big enough for 2 people. So you just have to ask them what they want first.
Yeah, nice. Just order that and double up.
Just hope it's not something crap.
Yeah. Oh, wicked. Over to you, James.
If you could sell one type of thing on eBay, i.e. there was a rule, eBay said you could only sell one type of thing, whether it be games, clothes, it might be Pokemon cards, it might be vintage media. If eBay brought that rule in today, what would it be and why?
The thing that popped into my head straight away was, I'm assuming if this is the case that they are selling and they're selling in a great number of frequency, it'd be sponges.
Nice.
You wouldn't have to worry about returns. You wouldn't have to worry about breakages.
Everyone needs them.
Cheap.
Yeah. Everybody needs them. Everybody needs them.
It's not more exciting.
No,
I like it. I like it, Dave. That's quality.
It's quite, like you say, you're not going to get any returns, are you?
That's it. I've just thought, I don't know why it's not occurred to me before, I've just thought of an anecdote. It goes back to your earlier question, Rich, about how I got into reselling.
Yeah.
In 2008, I had quite a bad bike accident, and I had a couple of months off work. When I went back in, I was on light duties for 3 months, and the the business had recently, it's a big motorcycle wholesaler, and they'd bought another shop that was the European Centre for Classic Suzuki parts. And my job for 3 months was selling all the old motorcycle parts on eBay. And this is, it's not a regret, but it's just a massive kick in the bloody leg to myself because I didn't know what I was doing. I was just winging it. Obviously, I'd sold on eBay, but just sort of like every now and again, this and that and the other. And I was doing like 3 or 4 grand a week in motorcycle parts. And I'm now looking back on it now, I'm thinking, why wasn't I doing this for myself?
100%. 100%. I saying about my mum. She's in the chat. She when I was 15, I was on the back of my mate who was 17, and I can't remember the day. I was in hospital for blooming ages, and he sadly died, and I was resuscitated at the scene at 15 years old and smashed to bits. But like, and then one day I pulled up outside my mother's on a Ninja 600. She gone, "Whose bike's that?" I went, "It's mine." She went, "Absolutely potty." But like, if it's in your blood, it's in your blood, isn't it? You know. I used to live in Leatherhead, and we had Rikers just down the road at Box Hill. Yeah. And Rikers is a place where all the bikers meet, and so we used to go down there and ride down to where I am now at Littlehampton on the south coast, have breakfast down here, and then ride home. It was just, like I say, it's accidents happen, and a lot of the time it's not the biker's fault, but like, if it's in your blood, it's in your blood, isn't it?
Yeah. Either makes you stick or twist with it, that's for sure. There was no question in my mind. I mean, the bike, I rebuilt the bike that I got knocked off, and I mean, I got a shattered collarbone, and I had to have some steel work put in that, but
wow,
it was fine. You know what I mean? You kind of bounce back, and I just said to myself, is this going to define who I am? Is this going to stop me doing something I love? And the answer is, well, no, because then it just double wins then, isn't it? You have to go through the suffering of the accident itself and then just give up something you love because of it as well.
James, you're in trouble.
What have I done now?
Mel doesn't normally comment, but she's a nana and she knows where the shower is.
Well, why doesn't she go and wash herself then? Because Nan's smell.
Mel, don't listen to him, Mel. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. I'm a granddad. I'm a granddad, and I don't smell. Love my grandchildren.
You reek.
No, it's not true.
Yeah, we all smell.
Not Mel. He's being cheeky. I have a shower every month.
Well, actually, I'll let Cassie off. Once a month is pretty good.
Is that acceptable? Yeah,
that's acceptable up north, because normally you after you've done the dishes for a month, then whatever's left you can wash yourself with. That's normally how
there you go. There you go.
Very liquid.
Yeah.
Very soft.
Whose go is it now, James? Is it you or is it me?
It's you.
I did the takeaway.
It's James.
It's you, James.
No, it's sponges.
Oh, it's sponges. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the thing you buy. Yeah, see, it's a good job we got. Good job we got.
Good job we got numbers. Good job we got numbers.
Yes, isn't it just? What's your favourite YouTube channel to watch? You don't have to. You don't have to say this one, Dave.
Oh, thank God, he's got to be from Reseller.
Who?
From Reselling.
Yeah, he's funny, isn't he? He's hilarious.
I just love deadpan. Anyway, I really love deadpan. I think it's just no nonsense as well. It's just straight to the point. I think with my videos, I like to try and be a bit creative with them and try and make them a little bit entertaining if possible. But it makes it more about that than what you're there to do. Yeah. And I just love the humour, 100%. But I love the fact that he gets the job done as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, like yourself, he's smashing it, and he's a great guy to watch. Because I said I'd watched one of his videos, and I messaged him. I said, "How much is that Flash Gordon record on your wall?" He said, "It's £7." He said, "It's got a little mark on it." I said, "Well, I'm not bothered about playing it. I'm going to try and get it signed." And he sent it to me. So, like, I didn't expect it, but it's just his fashion shows. Oh, I'm in the shop, obviously. You know, it's just his little catchphrases, and you know, and then when there's somebody at the door, you know, because like only the sort of older people that used to watch was it the Pink Windmill or something?
Through the keyhole.
No, it was Rod Hull and Emu. It was the
Rod
pink,
Hull and Emu, yeah.
It was the Pink Windmill. I think there's somebody at the door, and like you know, it's you know, it's just like he's of that era, and he's got the comedy down to a key. And
make sure people don't YouTube that, because the most viewed video on that one isn't a good person at the door. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Yeah.
An ex-BBC presenter who did Top of the Pops was at the door.
Yeah.
Don't
watch that one.
Don't watch that.
All right, your turn, James.
So if I had a magic lamp, and I could appear a genie in front of us, and this genie could grant you one wish and one wish only, what would it be?
Oh, this is a family-friendly show, isn't it?
No, you can say what you want. There's no kids in here.
Oh, do you know the Joe Pasquale version of that one? The Joe Pasquale one. He goes, oh, I found the magic lamp and I made a wish, and the genie said you could either have a really, really big willy, or you could know everything and the best mind in the world that'll never ever forget anything in the world. And you know what? I can't remember what I wished for now.
Joe Pasquale's funny as well.
Joe Pasquale.
I haven't answered the question. That's a really good one. I'm a big fan of Jack Daniels, although as big a fan as I am, I probably don't drink as much as people think I drink. Yeah, it's got to be a limitless supply of Jack Daniels.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Oh, that's the questions done. Well done, Dave, on that one.
Well done. You've done it.
Yeah, that was easy, wasn't it? That was easy. That was the easy bit. Who else we got in? We got
we had to break your duck. We had to do the whole welcome to Alive.
I think we're still talking about showers and baths actually in the chat.
Oh, I've wound them up, haven't I? I've riled up the chat.
Jason's saying that Cassie must be posh if she's having a shower or bath once a month. We got Mel Brooks in. Didn't like the Liverpool one because they changed it. I don't know what that one is. Nick Wirral. Stu's got to be saying something funny. My mate met a genie and wished that his knob touched the floor. The genie made his legs disappear. Are you drinking neat gin, Rich? No, it's lemonade. I'm on lemonade because I started feeling a bit pants this afternoon. But so yeah, it's just pure lemonade, no gin at all. David's got a lovely soothing voice. There you go. You should do some of that. Is it AMSR?
We've been told not to do that, Richard.
Yeah, we've been told. Oh yeah, Laney banned us from doing that.
We've been banned from that.
We've been banned from doing this whispering stuff. I went to the toilet.
It is a bit weird though.
Yeah, I don't understand it, to be honest.
It's up there with,
Why? Why are people doing that? And honestly, the chat's going to tell us off.
I'm with them here now. It's like when you hear, I don't know if it's actually a thing, a phobia. If you actually hear noisy eating and stuff like that.
Oh God, no.
Or kissing and movies, and it's like really emphasise the sound of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it probably goes through me.
Yeah, I can't.
That kind of whispering thing.
Yeah, I can't stand that. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's
Thanks
not good.
I've got a daughter and the wife that both do all that. So
oh God,
kids.
All right.
Don't talk with your mouth full. That's my phrase of the day being a dad now. Don't talk with your mouth full.
Right. So shall we? Oh no, hang on. That's the questions. Done that.
Would I lie to you?
Would I lie to you?
You know, guys, we're doing it.
We're coming back with the Would I Lie Cheese. We know you enjoyed it, so we thought we'd get Dave on and we'll bring it back. So, who should we let Dave start?
Right, just so I'm familiar with the format.
Yeah,
we can start.
We just got made up 3 questions each, or three statements, and obviously we'll take it in turns. We'll alternate one each, and we'll go through them.
I'll start.
You start then, and then obviously we've got to guess whether he's telling the truth or lying, basically. And same thing, like your whatever you've written down could be truth, could be a lie. You just got to blag it.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So my first one is I once beat Lewis Hamilton's fastest lap.
Right, so we've got to ask you questions now.
Were you in a car?
No, I wasn't in a car. I can tell you what I was in if you'd like to just know the answer.
Yeah,
I was in a go-kart.
Oh, so it was his go-karting record that you broke, not his F1.
I can also let you know something else. It was when he was 10 years old.
When did you beat it? Last week?
It was one of those corporate day outs. It was in Surrey, and it was like a team building exercise, and we all did laps. But Lewis used to go to the Surrey outdoor circuit. It was one of his main ones that he used to do before he joined Formula, whatever he ended up doing. Because I think he did remote control cars to start off with. He used to do that indoor. Then he did go-karting. And then I think he started going through like the Formula 3s and Formula 2 circuits and stuff like that. But yeah, it was when he was 10 years old. He had Lewis Hamilton's fastest lap time. There was other people's laps as well, but I beat.
Whereabouts in Surrey was it?
It's called Daytona Outdoor Go-Karting. There is the name of the place. It's an outdoor. You can Google it, Daytona Outdoor Car Parking. It's South Down Park or something like that, I think it is.
Okay. What do you reckon, Dave? You got any more questions for him?
I think that's the truth.
Do you?
I do actually think that's the truth. Yeah.
See,
I think he's lying.
I think he's lying. I think,
yeah, but you say that though, but I do believe James would put more effort into creating a plausible
he usually does. But like where he had to look on his, it was like he had to look on a bit of paper to see. When I asked him where the place was that he went to, he had to look on a bit. He looked down as if he had to read it. So I'm thinking.
But funny that, because I've wrote down my truth and my lie and all these type of things. So I'm just reading it as it is. So all these that I'm going to read, I will be looking down just to let you know. On all
you would say that if it was a lie, though.
Yeah. See. All right. So you're saying truth, Dave?
I'm saying truth.
You can say lie if you want to. By the way,
I'm going to say lie. I think you're lying. What does everyone in the chat think?
Oh yeah, what does everyone... Chat? Let me know what you think.
Chris Tyler's saying, did Lewis have a puncher?
No, it was his fastest lap when he was 10 years old.
Tori's saying it's too detailed for a lie.
Or does it mean it's a lie because it's too detailed?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
I think he's lying. It's the 7% talking. I don't know. Where are we going? How many others also beat Hamilton's lap time? Was there anyone else beat it?
On the day, no idea. I think a couple people did. It wasn't anything extraordinary. It was when he was 10 years old.
All right, so we've got Chris Tyler saying lie. We've got Elaine saying lie. Monkey 50 saying lie. Ian saying absolute lie. Well, let's
why would anyone? Hang on a sec. I just have another question though. I mean, obviously Lewis Hamilton wasn't Lewis Hamilton when he was 10. No. So why would anybody? Did you say you were there at the time with him?
No, I wasn't there at the time. So his fastest lap is recorded there from when he was 10.
Fault.
Yeah, so it's definitely a lie then, because
if he was a nobody,
yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Because he was a somebody in F1 when we did it. That's what I'm saying. So Lewis Hamilton, and there was like Buttons, Jensen Buttons' fastest lap was there as well. It was a lot of British basically racing drivers had done this had done this circuit itself. But there was other people. There was like the owner. It had like the owner's best lap and stuff like that, and and like the fastest lap on a stag do like was held by someone called X, Y, and Z. It was like the quickest times to beat and stuff like that. And then you get a photo on the podium, you get your photo taken, and it's all about. That's why you go there. It's to be the best, isn't it? And that's why it's called team building exercise.
Tori and Tam and Bell are now saying true. David resells and collects is going to the pub to watch AJ.
Oh well, enjoy AJ, because Tyson's next week or the week after. So he's from Morecambe, round the corner from me.
So yeah, I'm going to stick with mine. What do you want, Dave? Do you want to change yours?
I'm gonna lie.
No, I'm going to stick with true.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you stick with true. I'll stick with lie. So what is it, James?
I was telling the absolute lie.
Yeah, boy.
I and it's all true, by the way. I did go to the court. I did do all that. Lewis, I was rubbish at it. I couldn't drive a go-kart to save my life. I just couldn't keep up with the times. But his time is there, by the way.
Oh, they did have his time there.
Yeah, his time and everything's all there. All that's real. I just could. It was actually a part of a truth of a lie. So that's why Dave picked up on the truth. But yeah, all of it was true, apart from I never beat his lap.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Do you want to go next, Dave?
Yeah, I can do. It's an old army story, really. Pull up a sandbag. I think it was the early night. I left the army in 1995, but I was on an escape and evasion exercise, and basically we were pretended to be the enemy for the parachute regiment. So basically they were honing their skills, looking for us cross country. So we were dropped off in the middle of nowhere. We were given a flight suit, an old great Second World War greatcoat, and that was it, just the boots we were stood up in. And we had to get obviously get caught. That was the whole idea of the exercise. They had to find us.
Yeah.
And they did find us, and we got taken to this holding building where we got interrogated, and they made us wear tights. So yeah. To this day, I'm not entirely sure why. I've got a suspicion that to this day, I've got a suspicion I know why. But yeah, they made us wear tights.
Wow. James?
Is there any photos of what happened?
Why did they make you wear World War II greatcoats?
Well, I think it was just imagine the sort of like a prisoner of war type scenario. It's just everybody got given the same thing. It was an RAF, it's overalls basically, and then a greatcoat on top of that. Everybody just got issued that, and that was it. Got kind of taken out of our own uniforms.
Whereabouts was this? Whereabouts was it? This happened.
I want to say Salisbury Plain, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I know they do a lot of stuff.
Somewhere.
I know the army do stuff at Salisbury. What's everyone in the chat saying?
Tori's basically saying that I was good at that and I should sell cars.
You're a good liar. That's
and then someone's kind of also chucked it back at a monkey thrifter. Would you actually buy a car from James? Which I imagine the answer would be no, not a chance in hell would I buy a car from him.
Tam and Bell saying true. Tori's saying false. Mel's saying it's true. Mark's saying true. Dave in tights. Yeah, would you buy a car? James, wearing tights. Where on the body do you have to wear the tights? I take it you have to put them on properly.
Yeah, typically. In the fashion that they were meant to be worn.
Mel says she needs a picture. Can we see? Cassie's saying, "Can we see Dave's legs for tights, please?" Tam and Bell, tights and lipstick. I don't know. Didn't hear any word of lipstick. True. We did those exercises in the army where we caught and stripped naked in the beacon. Blimey. Well, true. Training exercise. Got any more questions, James, on that one?
No, I'm made.
I think I'm made up to what I think.
Yeah, I'm made.
I think even with the tights thing, I think it's true.
And I think the polar opposite. I think Dave had to wear more than that. I think he had to wear a dress and everything. So I'm gonna go with false.
That's just your wishful thinking.
I'm gonna go with false.
It's only because James wants to dress up in a dress. That's why he likes. He keeps badgering me to dress up in dresses.
There were plenty of nights like that in the army, believe you me. on that particular occasion, it was false.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
I did actually wear tights though, but they didn't make us wear it. I wore it by choice. It's quite a common practice when you're out on exercises like that to put tights on just for an extra layer.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I was led by a fire though with this. I don't know if you've ever seen a flight suit, the RAF overalls. The zips go from your neck to your ankles, basically all the way down. And I was trying to keep warm next to this fire. It heated the zip and it melted the tights on my leg.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, I should have thought because I know, like in the army, some of them do wear tights for warmth.
Absolutely,
well done. You had me on that one. I'm usually on top form, and James has got that one. Well done. Right, so here we go. I was on the way to pick my kids up once. I've got my son living with me now, and I've got 2 daughters as well. And I was on my way to pick them up. Stopped at the garage, pulled over, filled up with fuel, went off, got the kids back home. Friday evening, sitting there, ordered a takeaway, sitting there eating the takeaway, just enjoying life, watching the crap on the telly. Knock on the door, the police. Apparently, and obviously it was true, I'd driven away from the garage without paying for petrol. So they came to arrest me. That's it.
Go on, Dave. You start, and I'll.
I'm thinking it might be a lie because I don't think. I'm not sure that's an arrestable offence because I'm sure people do it unwittingly, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they knocked on my door and they come to see me. I mean, whether I'd have got carted off or not, I don't know. But obviously, I explained things and paid for the fuel and it was all fine. But yeah, basically, I just got in my car and drove without even thinking and went off and drove off.
Yeah,
probably talking 15 years ago or more.
How much fuel was it? Do you remember?
How much did I put in?
Yeah.
I was really low. The problem is I still do the same thing now. I run my car till the light comes on.
Yeah.
So I put in about 20 quid, I think. I usually just chuck 20 quid in the car, that's it.
Yeah. I was just wondering if you remember specifically. Because that would have been a bit of a tell, wouldn't it?
How many police officers came to the door?
It was only one. You're talking 15, 17 years ago or something. My 2 daughters, I mean, my eldest is 30 now. The other one's just had her birthday. She's 25. So you're talking when they were really young. So
what garage was it at?
What garage?
Yeah, what garage?
What garage? It was, well, as you go from
no, not
where. I lived in Red Hill at the time.
As in type. Not where, type. What type of garage? I.e. Sainsbury's? Was it a BP?
Oh no, it's just like an Esso.
Like an Esso, like a Esso.
Oh, no, it's like it was an Esso garage.
Okay,
it wasn't one of these posh ones with the shops in. They're too expensive.
It was an Esso. Okay.
We're getting a bit of an insight here as well because somebody in the chat, it's the guy who moderates my Facebook group as well. John, he's got a very inside track on this because he's ex-service himself.
Oh, there you go. Got outside help.
Well, yeah, I was actually gonna ask his question and take the credit for it.
Yeah, we should do it. We should do a phone a friend and ask the audience.
Yeah.
Well, we ask the audience.
Yeah, the audience can ask. They can ask questions.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Pete saying false and Antoinette saying false. John saying used to be called making off without paying. Yeah. Which is too nice to lie. So true. Oh, that's very nice of you. No way you'll be able to at the current moment in time. No, because there's no fuel in the garages. Did they caution you?
What's all that about? I'm a bit lost. I don't watch the news.
They just came and asked me questions. That was all. They just asked me about the what happened that day, and I just basically told them that I just got in my car. I was going to pick my kids up and I forgot to pay.
I think it's true.
My dad did that once. Police came, but not to arrest. Once I established it was a genuine mistake.
Yeah, because it's theft, be it witting or unwittingly, and other than going through the police and them checking like your reg number and stuff like that, how else would they get in? They're not going to write you and ask you for a check, are they?
No.
So, yeah, I think it's true.
And Peter the Monkey 50 says, was I wearing tights at the time? No, not that time.
I'm going to start this trend, I'll tell you.
Hello. I think it's already started. So you think it's true, Dave? Yep. James?
It's absolutely true.
So you're saying true as well?
Yeah, it's true.
We've got Jason saying true. Garages with petrol limiting to a max of 30 quid now. Very true. So petrol is a new toilet roll. Not arrest, normally summons. Right, well, it was an absolute lie.
My gut was saying lie because of
thank you very much.
A couple of things blended in, but I was like, you know what? Let's go with truth.
There you go.
Oh, right. Well done on that one, bud. Well done.
I'm not too nice to lie, Peter. Or at the Tam and Bell, sorry.
So that's a good point, actually, John's just made. I think going back to what I said about the police would come around because how would they get in touch? Yeah. I think because of a time restraint kind of thing now, they probably would just, you get a letter from the police saying you drove off this time, that kind of thing. But coming around in person, in hindsight, probably unlikely.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go.
Now better to do. So this, so number 2, I once drove 7.5 hours to get a pizza.
You drove 7.5 hours to get a pizza. Why did you drive 7.5 hours to get a pizza?
Because it's the best goddamn pizza, or it was the best goddamn pizza that I know to of date. It's that good a pizza. It was worth driving for.
Were you pregnant?
No, I was not pregnant. I was not pregnant at the time.
Did you have tights on?
I had socks on.
Oh, socks.
Where's the pizza shop?
At Scarborough.
Where did you live at the time?
Worthing.
So Worthing to Scarborough.
Did you stay over, or was it there and back?
There and back. Well, it was there. It was there. I because it was 7.5 hours there. I kind of chilled there for the evening, and then I came back in the morning.
Sorry, Sam and Bill.
Semi slept in the car with somebody.
Oh. So you did.
The wife know.
The wife does not know about this story. No.
Oh, she might now. So you drove 7 hours to get a pizza because
7.5 hours.
7.5 hours because it was the best pizza.
Yes, it is the best pizza I've ever had. I've never found one to top it.
Oh, do you know what? I want to believe you because there's a pizza shop in Catterick Garrison called Ariston, which I believe is still there. And it's 30 years since I left Catterick Garrison, and it's still there. And it's the most amazing pizza ever. And one of the reasons for having a nostalgic trip to Catterick Garrison once was to go to that pizza shop.
Wow.
It wasn't specifically. So I really want to believe this one.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've seen someone on YouTube drive to a place called Shrek's Pizza, and it, you know, I don't think that was close to him, and I think he drove there to do that. I've heard of people doing these mad things for a thing. How long ago was this, James? Obviously before the wife.
Yeah, a good 8 years ago, I'd say. A good 8 years ago.
Taking this false, it's taking too long to answer. You'd have a ballpark, wouldn't you?
No.
Already.
Well, the question that you guys that I was waiting for you to ask is, how did it come about?
How did it come about?
James?
Oh, well, funny you should ask this. Long story short, I was on a second date with a girl, and we were talking about, she was saying at the time, oh, we should have gone out for food. And I said, we will do. I said, we'll do. I said, but the issue I've got is that, she said, our favorite type of food was Italian. I said, well, the issue I've got is, I said, the best pizza I've ever had is in Scarborough. And I said, I don't really want to go out if I can't have it as good as that. I said, I prefer to have like frozen pizza, because then I know what to expect, because now it's going to top it. And, you know, back and forth of a conversation. I said, what are you doing tomorrow? You're working? She wasn't working. And the day after. So I went for a road trip, drove all the way up there, had a pizza, stayed in the car for a couple of hours, as you do, and drove back. Job's a good one.
What time did you go?
About, we met about 10 o'clock. So it would have been anywhere between 10, 11 o'clock or something like that. We met early morning because she came from Burgess Hill, as it was a day off, and met me at my flat.
And how long ago was this?
About eight or so years ago. Yeah,
you got a good memory.
Did you get a third date?
Yeah, well, I couldn't tell you the date. No, I'm useless.
No, did you get a third date?
Oh, did I get I got plenty of dates after. Yeah.
Oh, what do you reckon, Dave? See what people in the chat. What do you reckon in the chat?
I've done some daft ass stuff in the name of romance and trying to get in women's knickers.
This is more about the pizza. This is more about the pizza, Dave, and proving that I was right more than romance, because I needed her to know that this pizza existed, basically.
What does the chat reckon? So Stu's thinking
pizza's
false.
Pizza's too subjective.
Yeah, Stu saying false. John saying true.
It was called Castello's as well. Sadly, Sam, who owns it, he doesn't run it anymore. I think it's still there, but it's not owned by the same owner. So yeah, it's called Castello's.
Antoinette saying false.
Opposite the fire station in Scarborough.
Chris is saying false. Peter the Monkey Thrifter is saying true. What are you saying, Dave? Cassie's saying false.
I'm saying I'm not cheating. I am cheating a little bit.
You can do. Castello's, it's called.
It's the truth.
You're saying truth?
I'm saying truth.
Do you know what? I know the mad things he's done. I know some of the mad stories he's told. So actually, I'm going to agree with this one. I'm going to say true as well. Cassie saying false. Mark saying proper lies. Toy saying true. What are we saying, James?
Well, you guys both know me very well. It's true. 100%
true. Nice.
Yeah. Basically, chatting about, she was saying we should have gone out for food, this, that, and the other. We should get a table this evening. She's talking about was no point. So the best one I've ever had. So we drove up there. And long and short, before I moved down there, I used to do that as a pizza delivery job there. That's how I knew the owner, Sam. Texted him on my mobile, told him was coming up, and then we actually went out in the casino with him because he was doing a casino tournament, and ended up doing an all-nighter with him, and then we drove back. Yeah, it was an awesome. It was like, you know, like when you do random things, it was just quality night out, and then and I didn't have to pay for any of the pizza either, which is even better.
That's just
tops it off, medal as well.
Yeah. Oh, wicked. Oh well, we got it true. That's good. Was the drive a pizza cake?
A piece, as in a
Piece
piece
of
of cake.
cake. Ah,
Pizza cake.
boom.
Boom, boom. Well done, lads.
Right.
Both get a point.
Yeah.
I hope
Dave,
somebody's
over
giving
to you.
tag on.
Hmm?
This is a bit of an unusual one, and I'm going to sort of like preload this one with
Yep.
this was when I was a young lad in the army. You know what young, I don't have to probably explain what young lads in the army are like.
No.
Anyway, I'd gone out on a date that, shall we say, went rather well, and
Nice.
it ended up with the young lady concerned stopping over. And after she'd left the following morning, I found some false teeth in my bed. And I kind of, she was like a friend of a friend, so I ended up taking her false teeth back to her the day after. I didn't know, and you can imagine how embarrassed she was.
Oh wow!
When we say false teeth, it wasn't sort of like a full set of gnashes.
Like a plate.
It was one of these plates with a couple on it.
Oh wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I don't really know what to say. How old was the young lady?
Mid-30s, I think. Well, I say, yeah. No, it wasn't mid-30s. It was younger than that. I'm digging myself an hole here, aren't I? No, we both would have been sort of probably mid-20s.
Right. James?
So I'm just imagining the morning. One second. Let's just imagine it. What's that in the bed? What's that in the bed? What's that in the bed?
Something's biting me.
Did you do the gentlemanly thing and did you put them in some water?
I think I put them in like a sandwich bag.
Oh, that's lovely.
With a sandwich.
That's lovely. That's proper love. That's
with a sandwich, just in case they got hungry.
Just in case you fancied a bite.
That's the bite.
Where are we?
I don't know. I really want this to be true.
Oh, Dev, I want this to be true. I want this to be.
I'm a bit stumped. But oh God, I'm just wondering why she was probably too embarrassed to contact you and say, "Have you seen my teeth?" So you didn't realise until you found the teeth in your bed. You didn't know that she had these.
That's a good shout, that Richard. I'm thinking it from a logical point of view. You're waking up. I'm sure you would notice that your teeth are missing. That's a good shout, actually. That's a really good shout.
Yeah.
That's a really good shout from a logical point of view, like waking up. Obviously, we know why she took him out anyway. Well done, Dev. But what?
I was gonna say that earlier. Did you ask her to take him out?
Yeah. We all know he's a ledge.
I mean, so on that basis, my last question is going to be: did you not notice the teeth missing?
I didn't. I didn't even know she had like any kind of dental work going on until I found them.
I don't know what's everyone's saying. Please be true. Have you seen the film Teeth? Ian saying false. That's a good one. Hang on. You could say that has to be true. Yes, the teeth were false.
Yes, the teeth were false. Very good behaviour. Very good behaviour.
The story is weird enough to be true. We should ask your mate John, really. Let's see if he knows. I'm gonna. James, do you want to give your answer first?
Yeah, I'm going true. I
so badly want this to be true that I'm going to say true as well.
Yeah, I want it to be true.
Because I just so badly want it to be true. Chris Tyler's saying false. Paul is saying true. PvP saying true. John Walsh is saying true. Antoinette saying false. I am. Do you know what? If I get nothing else, if I could wish for one thing and nothing else this year, I'd wish this story to be true. And I'd be happy for the rest. I'd be happy for the rest of the year.
We'll talk about this in our Christmas special. This will be this will be brought up like a pair of false teeth.
So I'll put you out of your misery then.
Yeah, please.
It's absolute and utter truth.
Yes! Get in there.
Do you know what? I don't care. I don't care if I have the worst luck in the world now for the rest of the year, because that has just made my whole day.
Baby.
I mean, we don't quite a bit to drink, but I don't know how she missed them in the morning or left with them.
No.
I mean, she left. It was quite early in the morning that she left, and probably a little bit worse for wear. But even so,
oh God,
and that's amazing. And that to date is the best part of my reselling journey.
That's absolutely amazing.
When I do my year-to-date video, because I've been videoing for a while, when I do my Christmas vlogs, I'm going to say highlight of the year. I'm going to say this. That is amazing story, Dave. That is amazing. What a sound guy. What a sound scenario.
I am so...
Well done, mate.
Do you know what? If nothing else, I'm happy. If I was to drop down now, I'd be a happy man.
I'd be buzzing.
Because that is just that's just amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Number 2. I was about 25 years old.
False. You've never been that old.
I've never been that old. I love you. I'll pay you later. I was going to say you've never been that young.
No.
Yeah, I was 25 years old. I started, not to get too graphic, but I started getting pains and started going to wee, peeing blood. Went into hospital, got taken into hospital. I had kidney stones. And it was just absolute worst thing I've ever felt in my life. Anyway, my partner at the time come over with the kids, and I thought she could, while the kids are there, we'll shuffle out of the ward. And I needed to go to the phone for some reason. I can't remember who I was phoning at the time, but I went to the phone, and there was someone on the phone. I was probably going to get someone like my parents on the phone and get the kids to talk to them or something. I can't remember. Waiting on the phone, waiting for the phone. I'm thinking, bloody hell, taking a long time on this phone. Scruffy, long-haired geezer on the phone. I'm thinking, come on, you stink, hurry up. Anyway, turned round, and this Scottish guy's gone, sorry for being on the phone for so long. Billy Connolly on the phone. So I'm thinking, bloody hell, Billy Connolly at Epsom Hospital. Thinking, that's a bit weird. Anyway, so I've gone, Billy Connolly, and like, nice to meet you, and chatting to him and that. And he said, oh, your daughters are cute. What are their names? So I told him the daughters' names. I said to my eldest daughter, I said, look, that man's name's Billy. Say hello, Billy. And she went, hello, silly Billy. That's what she called him, silly Billy. Yeah, that's my story. I had kidney stones, ended up in hospital, met Billy Connolly.
Did he have banana shoes on at the time?
Banana shoes? No, he didn't have banana shoes.
Sorry, when was this?
God, I was 25. So you're going back.
Good 40 years ago.
You cheeky sod. 26 years ago, let's say. But
I don't know. I'm thinking even then, Billy might have been able to afford private healthcare.
Yeah, I just thought, who's this scruffy bugger in front of me? Get off the phone. Turned round, and there he was.
So how long ago were we saying? 20 odd years ago?
No, 26 years ago. I was 25.
Okay. So we can rule out mobiles. That gets rid of that awkward. Not 5 years ago. Why would he have a mobile phone? So yeah, I'd say that timeline falls in for him to not have a mobile.
Could have been worse. Could have been Jimmy Savile.
Yeah,
I'd have been a bit worried then. I
could have been a lot worse.
Definitely.
Or somebody at the door. There's somebody at the.
Somebody block the door. Somebody block
the door. Somebody shut that door. Come on.
Yeah. From kidney stones to a brush with fame.
So a bit of help, Dev. The story is part true. So far, what Richard said is true about him, his age, and the kidney stones is true. I think it's the end part, which is just BS. I think it's partially true. So, like, from what I understood and know about Richard, he has had kidney stones, from what I recall. So I can try and share you my knowledge. I think that part's true, but I think the lie comes in that some Scottish guy, scruffy guy. And the question I would ask as well, Dave, is why is there one phone in a hospital as well? Surely you just go to another one. Why would you wait so long?
Exactly, yeah. Why would it be anywhere near any patients or anything like that?
John's just said, why was Billy there? Billy was there.
Celebrities mooch about hospitals all the time, don't they?
Yeah. Well, he was actually there with his wife. I don't know. He was there with his wife.
I made up my mind. I'm happy to say false. I'm very confident on that. I think it's all true apart from Billy.
Part true, but the big bit no.
I'm going to say false because
false.
Yeah, I've been in hospitals aren't nice places, and you try and spend as much time as possible asleep or bored out your gourd. So noticing stuff like that, yeah, I'm going to go false.
All right, so we've got Peter saying part true. Stu saying going to say false. Seems a bit embellished. I say fake. Ian saying false. John saying false. What was that? Billy was in to have his banana wellies removed.
Hey, someone's with me on a banana.
What did his wife look like? I know his wife, Pamela Stevenson. Right, so you're both saying false. There's a lot of falses in the thing. Tam and Bell are hoping I'm telling the truth because they want me to restore faith in humanity,
in the universe.
Yeah, it's actually true. Billy was there. He was on the phone. I think he was on the phone to his agent. He was there with his wife, Pamela Stevenson, whose father was, I think, critically ill in the critical care unit bit. So yeah, he was there accompanying. He was there with his wife. He was while her dad was. I think her dad passed away. Actually, I'm not sure. I know he was ill. Yeah, but 100% true. He was there.
I'm not sad about her dad passing. I'm sad that I got it wrong. So,
you horrible sod. Yes, 100% true.
Fair play.
I spoke to him, and I obviously know him because my dad was a big Billy Connolly fan. And I said to my daughter Jade when she was only young, she was 4. Because I was 25, she was 21, and the weird thing was, I remember it was 25 because at the time it was usually older people that get kidney stones, but at that time there was about 4 of us in there that were all sort of mid-20s with kidney stones. So yeah, it was true.
Oh, fair play! You got us twice. You got us twice. You really done it well tonight.
He's been practicing, hasn't he?
He's been really practicing.
Yeah, don't tell my wife.
I messaged him saying, have you done it yet? And literally does it last minute and he pulls it out the bag all the time. He's always been the best at this.
Oh dear. There you go.
So this one is even Dave mentioned this particular person on your most recent video. So I think this is a nice one to talk about. So, Boise from Only Fools and Horses.
Oh, poor Boise.
Double parter on this one. I once had breakfast with him, and I also in the same day screamed in his face.
You screamed in his face.
Yep, that's it. Yeah.
Why did you scream in his face?
Because he was holding a wrestling championship belt in his hands.
Are you talking about John Chalice?
I'm talking about John Chalice, the man himself. Yes, breakfast, and the same day I screamed in his face.
So you had breakfast with him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What event was this at?
It was at Medway Comic Con, but the breakfast was at the Hilton.
Wow. What were you doing at the Hilton?
So Dave, my friend down south, he run his first ever convention with 3 of his friends called Medway Comic Con, and they all funded it together, self-funded it, and they got celebrities in. And because I was my friend, he put me in the same hotel as all the celebrities. So there was lots of people in there, but on my breakfast table was the man himself, and also my wife. We all had breakfast with him. His partner and other celebrities as well were there, but he was sat whereabouts I was. But I didn't sadly get any photos of him at the time of the breakfast because I just acted like normal. I was just like, oh, how are you doing? Like, you know, with this, that, and the other. Just spoke normally. It was breakfast. I felt like it was out of place, but yeah. And then later on, I screamed in his face.
What was the context of the screaming though? Had he won something? Were you angry?
So I'll tell you a bit more about it. I was in a character's outfit at the time, behind a railing, and he was giving it this with the belt going, "Wee!" And I was going, "No!" I screamed in his face, and he was shouting this belt in my face. So we were back and forth at each other. So I was in the crowd, but right at the front row as Deadpool, dressed in a Deadpool outfit, screaming in his face, which he knew that was me in costume. And yeah, he came in because there was amateur wrestlers there as part of the event, and he was coming in with the like the champion or whatever their fake wrestler was called, whatever his name was. And as part of it, like he was coming in, giving him a chance, going ooh, but he was the villain. Like it was the villain he was backing. He was backing the villain, and he was giving it the old hint. Obviously, his character's a bit corrupt and that, like $1 Million Man. He was giving it the old hey, and it showing it, like giving it, you know, putting a title in people's faces, and then I just went right in his face, and he was loving it, and he just went hey, back in my face.
How many people were at the event, roughly?
Oh, a good 5 to 10,000. I know it's a bit of a dodgy gauge, but throughout the day, I'd say capacity wise is about something like 6,000 to 7,000, but throughout the day maybe more than that, something like that.
How long ago was it?
Not too sure how long ago. I don't want to get it wrong, but maybe about 5 years ago. Maybe five. I'd say 5 or 6 years ago.
Right. So since you've been living up north?
No, I was living down south.
Oh, was you?
It was when I was living down south, so however long ago that was, maybe 6 years ago, something like that. But yeah, I was living down south. I was in Worthing, and it was the second, maybe first, I don't know, convention that we went to together.
See, I know you like a convention, and I know you like dressing as Deadpool. Vinny's saying no, you're chatting rubbish. Keeffe's saying JR dressed up, true. Porkers is saying true.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm going.
Yeah, and knowing you, and you've I think once you got me once. Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, I don't know what. So there's a lot of forces going on.
I've had breakfast with him and screamed in his face. Are you sure, guys?
Couple of trues. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Dave on this one, and I'm gonna go true. Ian Vintage is saying true as well. So yeah, it's a bit split. PvP saying true. Dave saying true, and I'm saying true.
I was talking complete and utter, and respects to the great man, Truth.
Yes, nice.
Yeah, absolute gent.
Nice.
Didn't realise he'd be down for breakfast. It was like a all-you-can-eat like buffet type of thing, breakfast and all that. And lovely guy. I had breakfast with him. And my missus didn't have no idea who it was. And I was
really?
like, I was like, do you know who that is? And because there was lots of celebrities in there throughout, there was like the guy who played Darth Vader in the suit.
Dave Prowse.
Yeah. He did Darth Vader in the newest one, because he was in Guardians of the Galaxy as well, wasn't he, or something like that?
Dave Prowse. So I could use that one.
There was like a guy from Doctor Who, like not A-list, but like season B-listers were all there, and I was just like, oh, Thingy's there. It was just, it's a very surreal breakfast moment. You're having your coffee and you're like, oh bloody hell, he's from such and such a. But yeah, the fact that he was right next to me, and I was like, what a legend. And I was just saying to the missus, because I watched Only Fools and Horses. When I started getting into reselling, I don't know if this is like part of the christening thing. I don't know if I should even be. I don't know if I should even be. I don't know if I should be telling people this as if I'm a bit of a loser. But I just watched back to back Only Fools and Horses, which I was like, yeah, I'm a reseller. This is me. I'm the real Del boy. And then when I watched them, I was like, oh yeah, that's. And my missus then all of a sudden went, oh, that's who we had breakfast with. And I was like, yeah, that's the man. And then when he passed, my missus was quite quick on it and said, remember when we had breakfast with him? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, and then he came in with a belt, screaming in our face, and just a top guy. He generally was as nice as you think he was. Like, I've met a lot of celebrities. He was up there as one of the nicest. Like, but he basically, what had happened is amateur wrestlers had just basically bumped into him at his table because he was doing the signings and said, do you mind coming on and just holding a belt for us? And that's all they asked. And then he did all the character for us. He did the old, he did all that himself. That was improv. I just thought, what a top bloke. Medway Comic Con. There's a video of him screaming in my face somewhere, but it's probably lost on my feed. Because what happens after the wrestlers come onto the crowd, and I had a big machine gun, which I don't know how this worked, but I had a big machine gun that used to spin round, and the bullets there's no bullets that come out, but the wrestlers all of a sudden, this is how real wrestling is. They went, like they were getting shot. So with invisible bullets as well. So everyone just went into the moment. Deadpool shot one of the wrestlers. It was brilliant evening, and I thought I'd get that in there as well with everything that's happened to the legend as well.
Amazing.
Spread the good word of the great man.
Yeah, John Chalice. R.I.P.
Yeah, a few of them gone now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, all the good ones from sort of my era now, like, such a shame. But old David Jason's still alive and kicking. He's still going.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's about 300 years old now, isn't
he? Yeah, nearly. Oh, your turn, Dave.
Mine is actually, it already sounds like it's going to be alive because it's another celebrity one. But I've probably had about 3 or 4 celebrity experiences in my life, but this particular one was from when I was in the army. You've heard of the singer James Blunt?
Yeah,
he's an ex-soldier. He was an officer, and I went hiking over it was more of an expedition over the Alps with him.
Nice. So you went over the Alps. What was it? Was it an army training exercise that you did?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like it's more R&R than anything else, although it wasn't very bloody relaxing. So it wasn't sort of like a military exercise. It was just an expedition. So you had to go to places like Teens and Val d'Isère, across the Alps. Nice.
So I know that he was in the army.
Yeah,
James Blunt. I know that's true. I know that part's true, and I know he's beautiful as well. Did he ever say that you're beautiful, Dave, when you were with him?
He did when I was backing out of my tent in the morning. That's for sure.
How long was this R&R thing going on for?
I think we were doing it for about 4 days or something like that. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a massive hike. We probably did maybe about 100 miles, something like that. But it was quite hard going.
That sounds like a massive hike to me.
Over 4 days.
My shop's not even a mile away, and I think that's a massive hike for me.
I was a racing snake at the time. I was like physical training instructor, and that's it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, John's chucking out a question.
Oh.
What rank was Blunt at the time?
What rank was he? He was lieutenant.
Lieutenant. What rank was you?
Private. Never made it past private.
No.
I'd behave myself too much.
It's who you know, isn't it? You didn't know it. You didn't know anyone, so you couldn't progress. It's who you know in that. What's the chat saying? Right, Peter the Monkey Thrifter saying it's false. Yorkshire Traders is saying it is true. You need a beard to be a good reseller. I think so.
Yes, definitely.
Oh dear. Mr. Diggs is in. How you doing? Blimey. So they call it R&R, but you're like doing 100-mile treks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose it's the army's impression of sending the boys on a bit of a jolly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm happy to put my opinion out, and the reason why I'm happy to be wrong is because of Dave's last thing. That to me, I've completed life this evening.
Yeah.
Now I know the Teeth scenario. I'm happy. It doesn't bother me. I'm gonna go with false.
The Teeth story is just it's incredible. I, on the other hand, I think this is true because it's just the thing. Like, not everybody knows James Blunt was a soldier, but actually, yeah, you knew it, and I knew it, and
yeah,
I don't know who else knew it.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go true then and come join you because I thought that was a well-known thing. I thought people knew he was in the army.
No, my wife only knows he was in the army because she says, "Oh, he was a soldier before he was a singer. He's amazing." So, yeah, I'm going to go true, 100%.
I'm going to stick with false. No, I'm going to stick with false. I should always trust my first judgment.
My fella is asking, how do you drown a PTI? I haven't got a clue what that one's about.
Just throw a mirror in the pool.
I haven't got that. I don't know anything about that one.
PTI is known for being sort of like lads and like, look at me, I'm beautiful. I never was beautiful. But yeah, how'd you drown a PTI? Bloody hell, that's an old saying. Yeah, throw a mirror in the pool.
Tam and Bell saying false.
I'm going false.
False. Paul is saying false. I'm going to go true. James is saying false. We've got a lot of falses in the chat.
Well, I did go to France on expedition with the army. I did go to Val d'Isère and teams. I did stay in campsites. I had this really nice French bloke bringing his bread and eggs in the morning. It was lovely. And it was 100 mile over 4 days, but Mr. Blunt was never there.
Ah, damn, you got me. You got me. Do you know what? I just because I knew he was a soldier, you absolutely done me there. Oh wow. That proper threw me.
I should always trust my gut.
Yeah, you nearly changed.
I know. It's tempted because of you. You were so convincing. I trust you. That's why you get me all the time.
Right, so last one.
What we all on, by the way? What? Because you must be winning, Richard. I'm on 2 points.
Let me have a look. I've been writing it down this time, which is unusual for me. So, no, James, you've got 3 right. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 right, and Dave has got 2 right.
So if I get this right, I'm drawing with you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep.
You know what
Right.
that means?
What's that?
Who can do striptease first?
Oh, no. I bet we'll give that one a miss tonight.
Definitely. Definitely.
Right.
I've got my teeth are glued in as well, so I can't take them off.
You can't leave them in the bed. Well, this one, I had a, what was it, an Austin Allegro, I think it was. Going back, most of you people, a lot of you people won't know what an Austin Allegro is, but I had an Austin Allegro. And we're all going down to set fireworks off down near my sister's house. So we drove down there. We were letting off fireworks in this field. The police were called. Because obviously someone complained in one of the houses. Probably my sister, but no, it wouldn't have been my sister. Anyway, the car never had reverse gear. The reverse gear was buggered on this car. So the police have come down, and to turn the car around, I had to push it, or me and the passenger would have to push it back to get it turned around because it just had no reverse. The police found it so funny that they helped us push the car back. So I could get my car out, the police helped me push my car back reverse because there was no reverse gear on it. It was knackered.
How many police were there?
God, it was only a couple of them, I think. 2.
Did you say you set fire to the woods?
No, we were setting off fireworks in the field behind my sister's house. There was like a field at the back.
Okay, and the police came because of the disturbance of the
Police come down because someone said there was a group of people in the field setting off fireworks. So obviously they came down to see what it was all about.
Okay.
I'm going to go with false. I don't think you'd be that irresponsible.
What, to have a car that, oh, what, to be in the field?
Yeah,
God,
in the woods, setting fireworks off.
No, it wasn't the woods. There was no woods. It was in a field. It was in a field.
Okay.
There was no woods there. It was no woods there. It was yeah, it was just in a field, but it was behind my sister's house. You've got my sister's house, then you've got a field, and then you've got like it's sort of where they were building the M25 and stuff at Leverhead. So yeah, there was no. Oh yeah, I wouldn't set fireworks off in the woods. Definitely not. What colour Allegro? It was the blue one. It was a blue Allegro. Someone's saying, James, you're going to Billsborough tomorrow?
Yes, I'll be there. I'll be doing some cartwheels at 5:30 in the morning round there.
Oh, wasn't James Blunt a tank commander? I don't know.
I thought it was. I thought it was infantry, but I can't remember.
I think he was in a tank.
That is definitely true of many people, but is it true of Richard? There you go. Porkies thinks it's true.
I hadn't seen it.
So I have a question, Richard. Is this your car?
It was my car.
Okay. And the reverse didn't work?
Reverse did not work.
My logic, Dave, would be saying if you drove a car and you knew it didn't work, why would you put yourself in a situation that you needed help?
That's very true. Allegro, unless
I'm not saying that I asked for help. I'm saying the police thought it was so funny that they helped us give it a shove back.
Yeah, but what James is saying, why would you park in such a way where you ever would need help if you knew it was knackered?
Where my sister lives, you go down a road and it's like a little dirt track there. And I pulled up on the dirt track, and obviously then it just goes into the field. Sister's house is on the right. They've made actual proper tarmac parking bays now, but I just pulled up, and sometimes I just didn't even think. I just pulled up and parked there. It wasn't the fact that I even really needed help because I had a mate in the car with me. It's just they thought it was so funny that they decided to get involved. That's what I was saying.
I think I'm going to stick with my guns on this one.
Would have been cheaper to keep the fireworks and set fire to the Allegro.
I'm going with false. I'm going with false.
And what are you saying, Dave?
I think I'll go with false as well. Yeah.
Evening, guys. Rhiannon made me watch you. Rhiannon made me watch you all. Well, welcome, Ian and Ree. Very nice to see you. I think one on eBay now, £2.95. Mate, the tool button, the reverse didn't work. He drove up the hills to reverse backwards. It is so you're both saying false. We've got some people are saying true. I would have pushed you out for a laugh. It's true.
No way.
True.
On the floor, the coppers would be so fed up with.
That's free for free. You've done all your questions. You've done us both on, mate. Well done.
Because Richard. I thought they were so long ago. I mean, like I say, two of them were so long ago, and say Austin Allegro, bloody hell, I can't even remember. Because the thing was, I had to keep topping it up with oil as well, because it had some savage leak on it. And like when you're younger, you can't afford a nice car, so you had to make do and like drive it around stuck together with blooming tape and stuff, you know. I needed to keep topping up with oil, and I gave it to my young. I got a better car. I think I got a Ford Capri after that, and I gave the Allegro to my brother Chris, and I said to him, "Make sure you put oil in it because you'll blow the engine." And he never put oil in it, and he blew the engine up. So yeah, 100% it was true. The police just thought it was so funny. They thought it was so funny that they they helped us push it back.
Well, you are the winner. Well done, Richard.
Yeah,
absolutely smashed it. Well deserved.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know what? I've really missed the Would I Lie to You, and that was just amazing. And whether I've won or not, I think Dave's the winner tonight.
Dave's the winner.
I think you could go into any competition, come out with the false teeth in the bed, and you've won it.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, Dave's the winner here tonight.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. 100%.
What are we saying? Saying true. Mandy's saying true. They had a square steering wheel. I'll tell you what, I've had cars before where the steering wheels come off as well. I think an old Vauxhall Viva, I changed the steering wheel on it, and it decided it wasn't going to work one day.
That's a little worrying.
Yeah, a little bit. But say in them days, it wasn't so stringent. It was a bit dodge. But no, that was really good. That was really good, and you definitely got me on that James Blunt one. I thought I had you there. I 100% thought I had you because I thought, yeah, James Blunt was a soldier. Yeah, he's 100% right. And I was convinced that was 100% true. But that was an absolutely fantastic. Yeah, Chris has put the link in again, guys. So make sure you get over there, like, subscribe, watch the videos. They are very informative. And
hilariously funny and incredibly addictive.
Brilliant videos. If you like the likes of John Brum Reseller and you know all the main ones that you watch, you know, don't miss out. Get over there and sub.
If you want to watch a guy doing backflips over people's boot sale stuff, this is the man. This is the man to see.
I've got to check that one out.
Never live that down.
Dave's
know which one it is.
Oh, someone's Keeffe saying great video today, Dave. Yeah, I like that one. That was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one. Sitting in the van when it's all dark out there. How's the van?
I'm happy you got your contact as well with that guy. I'm really happy you got your contact with that guy. I'm happy you caught up with him because I think he'll do well. I'll go all in on them bookings. I think he'll smash it.
Yeah. Dave's nearly 3.33k subs. Well done. It's amazing.
I jumped up a little bit.
Yeah, smashing it. Guys. You know, if for no other reason, you know, smash the thumbs up for Dave. He's been fantastic on here with us. It's your first live, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, well, I've done one, I think, with a mate of mine just when I was just messing about with StreamYard, but I've not done a proper one really.
Well, you have now.
It's certainly, I've never been on somebody else's though, that's for sure.
Yeah, there you go. So James was the same. So I've had James's cherry. I've had yours. I'm happy now. 2 cherries and a set of false teeth.
He likes northern cherries. If you notice, he's after northern cherries.
Well, guys, thank you. There's still 52 of you in, and we've been on nearly 2 hours.
Thank you so much, by the way,
So appreciate it. So go and check out all the channels. You've got JR Reselling. You're on mine anyway, so you know you'll either like it or you won't. And you've got Dave down below. ABL Reselling. Yeah, this has been us. We brought back
so much, by the way, Dave. Thank you for
cheers,
coming on.
Dave, for that. PVP's just subbed and we'll check it out. Keeffe's asking if you're prepping for Tuesday, Dave.
Tuesday, I think it's been postponed. Yeah, I got a message off Laney earlier today. It's been postponed.
Oh, you're doing the banish bin?
Yes.
That'll be cool.
I think it's the week after now. She hasn't given me a date, but
even in what's all this bullshittery. Hello, Dave. You're a bit late, mate.
How are you doing, pal?
Yeah, Dave. We love Dave.
Dave's a good lad.
No worries. I hope you've all enjoyed it. We've enjoyed it.
Loved it.
Been amazing. Yeah, thank you all for joining us. I know your time's precious, and like I always say, thank you for coming and spending it with us. We will be back same time next Saturday at 7:30. Make sure you check Dave out.
Definitely.
I hope you've all enjoyed tonight's stream, and if you did, smash the thumbs up, and we'll see you all again soon. I'm sure there'll be videos out during the week. You've got videos coming out, Dave. When's your next video up?
Well, at the minute, because I've got quite a bit going on at the minute. I'm trying to be consistent and put one out every Saturday morning. So I've got one I'm working on for next Saturday, and I'll probably be filming tomorrow with the boot sales, making the most of them, kind of thing. So worst case scenario, next Saturday, might get a cheeky one out during the week.
Perfect. So there you go, guys. I'm sure I'll get something out during the week. We'll have to see. Hopefully I'll get some. And
I will continuously not post a video.
But you'll see him here. You'll see him here.
But I am going to be every single week. And I've also signed myself up for Vlogmas.
Yeah,
so because I've been doing videos, because I've been going into my job into full time. Sadly, every last second has had to go into me getting a listing and doing what I can do. But once I'm full time, done my first month, as I said, I've signed up for Vlogmas, so you're going to get 25 videos out of me come Christmas.
And I've been bullied into it as well, so we'll be there. Thank you, everybody. Take care and good night.
Stay safe, everyone.
See you all later. Bye.